One of the main struggles of businesses is their speed to lead, and the reality is the faster you are to get to your leads, the more likely you are to close them. And so I solved the problem for one of my clients. They're in the renovation business. I built them an instant response system, and the goal of the instant response system is to get to the leads as fast as possible the moment that they sign up to our system. And so we have two parts of our system here. The first one is the lead tagging, and the second one is the actual workflow that sends the actual messages to the contact. And so let's first get into the lead tagging. So the lead tagging's purpose is it adds the tag to identify where the lead came from, and then it adds that contact to our main workflow. And the reason why I built it separately from the actual workflow is so that in the future, if we have new sources of leads, we can just like duplicate this workflow without having to change and alter the actual workflow. And so yeah, as you can see here, for example here, the meta leads, they are the main source of our leads. And the layout or the workflow is pretty simple for the lead tagging. So the trigger is pretty much the same: Facebook lead forms and survey submitted. And then the moment the contact comes into this workflow, we add the tag meta to let them know where the contact came from. And then we we update the contact fields right here: contact source, where they came from, phone number, full name, postal code, and the internal form URL that is for the internal team. And then we also update internal notification to let us know that new leads came into our system. And then finally, we add the contact to the actual main workflow, and then we're going to get into that later. But yeah, that's pretty much the same for all of these workflows. And for example, the website lead tagging right here is pretty much the same: form submitted, add the tag website because they came from the website, update the contact source to website as well, and add them to the main workflow. So getting to the main workflow right here, honestly, here's the instant response system, the main workflow, and it honestly looks a bit complex or too much in the beginning, but it is actually pretty simple. So yeah, as you can see, there is no trigger because the previous workflows that we were in, they are the workflows that adds the contact to this workflow, so they don't have any triggers. And then the first step that we have is find opportunity. We just try to find the opportunity in the pipeline. If we don't find the opportunity, we create a new opportunity. Otherwise, we update the opportunity. So the purpose of this mechanism is to just avoid any duplicates in our pipeline. Then after that, we check if they're from meta leads. If they are not from meta leads, we send them an instant reply. Then otherwise, if they are from meta leads, we wait for 3 minutes. And the reason for this is we are doing some other internal workflows that we need to wait for. We wait for 3 minutes. We check if they booked a meeting or anything. So yeah, this is very client specific, but mainly their idea is that if they're from meta leads, we wait for 3 minutes, and then we send them this message, the instant reply message. And so as you can see here, yeah, hi, John from business here. Thanks for getting in touch. We cover your area, can usually get moving pretty quickly. What's the work you need doing, and roughly when are you looking to get started? So we ask them two things: what's the work that they need doing, and also when do they roughly want it to get started. And so yeah, we ask them those questions, and if they replied to those questions after 2 hours, by the way, we wait for 2 hours for replies. If they replied before the 2 hours is up, they go to this segment right here where we add the tag hot, and then we also send an internal notification to our business owner, and then we update the lead to contacted. So yeah, pretty simple. Otherwise, if 2 hours already passed and they still didn't reply, then we're going to send them another message right here. After 2 hours, we're going to send them another follow-up. Hi, contact name, just following up on our last message. We live very close and can help you with a code. And let me know, and we can schedule a meeting or a call to discuss about the work. And so yeah, again, we wait another 24 hours for that. If they reply, same thing, they go through the same segment. Otherwise, we send them the third message. And this is the third message through WhatsApp as well. So as you can see here, hi, contact, first name, following up on our last message, looking for a code, blah, blah, blah. And so yeah, we wait another 1 day. If they do not reply, we send them another follow-up. That's a fourth follow-up. Same message. We wait for another day. If they do not reply, we send them the last message. And otherwise, if they reply to any of those messages, they get sent to this segment right here. And also to be prepared, if the message doesn't send, we always have an SMS backup so that we don't waste any leads. And so yeah, that's pretty much it for this workflow. As you can see here, if they do not reply to any of those messages, we add the tag cold, and this adding of tag segmentation will trigger another workflow that is for cold retrieval or cold recovery. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this workflow. So this workflow helped my client kind of like take more time out of the business, because rather than kind of like manually following up to the leads right after they sign up to our Facebook forms, he could just like let the system work on them and get them to reply to the message, and then after that he can kind of like take over. But after that, the next problem that he had is that another part of it that is taking more of his time is replying to these messages and trying to qualify them if they can do the work or if they are willing to book a site viewing. And so for that reason, I built him an AI that kind of like automatically qualifies the leads. And once they are qualified, it lets him know, and he kind of like just takes over from there and talk to the person. And so yeah, I'm going to cover that in the next video, but for now, this is what I'm going to cover in this video: the instant response system that helps my clients get to the leads as fast as possible.